Hello everyone, this is Minakshi and today I'm taking the maths of class 7th lesson number 5 powers and exponents exercise number 5.2 part 9. Question number 4. State true or false and justify your answer. So till question number 3 we have completed in part 8. So today question number 4 I am taking, and it is given that in the question state true or false and justify your answer. So A, 20 raised to the power 6 into 20 raised to the power 11 equals to 200 raised to the power 17. So two sides are given here. This is right hand side and this is left hand side. We have to justify this answer, means we have to justify that these two sides are equal or not, as here given the sign of equal to. So let's start with the solution. 2 raised to the power 6 into 20 raised to the power 6 into 20 raised to the power 11 equals to 200 raised to the power 17. So here you can notice 20 and here also given 20. It means bases are equal, exponents are different, and it is given in the form of multiplication, so we can apply the law of exponent to solve it. Okay, and 200 raised to the power 17 we will keep as it is. So it is given multiplication, it means we will add the exponent, so that is 20 raised to the power 6 plus 11 equals to 200 raised to the power 17. So here we applied the first law, that is a raised to the power m into a raised to the power n equals to a raised to the power m plus n. So here 20 raised to the power 6 plus 11 and 6 plus 11 is equals to 20 raised to the power 17 equals to 200 raised to the power 17. So is that these two sides are equal? No, they both are not equal. So here we will write false, because power of both sides is equal but base is different. So yes, here powers are 17 means exponents, and bases are different, so we will can say these two sides are not equal. Then next B, 1 by 3 raised to the power 5 whole raised to the power 2 equals to 1 upon 3 whole raised to the power 10. So here also we have to justify that these two sides are equal or not. So the solution, 1 upon 3 raised to the power 5 whole raised to the power 2 equals to 1 upon 3 raised to the power 10. So here we are going to apply this formula, that is a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n equals to a raised to the power m into n, as it is given a power of a power, here also given power of a power. It means we are going to multiply 5 with 2, and here base is 1 upon 3. So we will apply the formula of power. So 1 upon 3 raised to the power 5 into 2 equals to 1 upon 3 raised to the power 10, and 5 into 2 is equals to 10. So here we got 1 upon 3 raised to the power 10 equals to 1 upon 3 raised to the power 10. So yes, here we got both sides are equal, as bases are equal, that is 1 by 3, and exponents are also equal, that is 10. So here we will write true, because power and base of both the side is equal. Okay, this is how you have to justify the answers, and similar questions are given in this question that you have to do as a homework. Then next, question number 5. Express the following as a product of prime factors in only in exponential form. So the question is given 10 into 64. This is the question which is given in the form of product, that is 100 into 64, and we have to express this product of prime factors in only in exponential form. So here we have to express this product as a prime factor that is in the exponential form. It means we have to take out the prime factors of this number, that is 164, and then we will write it in a exponential form. So let's start with the solution. So first we will find the factors of 100. So 100 can be written as 2 into 50. Then we will write 2 as it is, and the factors of 50 is 2 into 25. So it can be written as 2 into 25. Then 2 into 2 we will write as it is, and 25 can be written as 5 into 5, as the factor of 25 is 5 into 5. So that is 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So these are the factors that we can see it as a prime factors of 100. Now we will take out the prime factors of 64. So that equals to 2 into 32, because 2 into 32 is equals to 64. Then 32 can be written as 2 into 2 into 16, which can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 8, which is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 4, which can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So these are the prime factors of 64. So now we have to write them in a exponential form. So we can write it as, therefore 100 into 64 equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So here we will find how many times we have multiplied the 2. So that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 times we have multiplied the 2 with itself. Here we have to find out the product of prime factors of 100 into 64. So that's why we have written it together, and 5 we have multiplied 2 times with itself. So we will write it as 100 into 64 equals to 2 raised to the power 8 into 5 raised to the power 2. So this is how we have to write the prime factors in the exponential form. Then next, question B, 121 into 200. So this question also we have to rewrite in the form of exponential form of a prime factor. So the solution, first we will find out the factors of 121. So 121 can be written as 11 into 11, as 121 is divisible with 11 only. So we got the factors of 121 is 11 into 11. Now we will find out the prime factors of 200. So that is 200 can be written as 2 into 100, again which can be written as 2 into 50, which is equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 25, that equals to 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So these are the prime factors of 200. Now we will write it together as the question is given, 121 into 200. So therefore 121 into 200 equals to 11 into 11 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. So 2 is multiplied 2 times, sorry, 11 is multiplied 2 times, 2 is multiplied 3 times, and 5 is multiplied 2 times. So we will write them in exponential form as 11 raised to the power 2 into 3 2 raised to the power 3 into 5 raised to the power 2. So this is how we have to take out the exponential form of a given product. So I hope these questions are understood by you. Thank you for watching my video.